Hello, good afternoon everybody. Thank you for coming to have a look and to join me this afternoon and to see what I've been making. I've actually made 3 sunflower themed journals. This is my design team project for Artymaze and also for Mrs Cog. So the kits that I've used is Artymaze's sunflower kit, and that's in all 3. And then the kits that I've used from Mrs Cog was Gertie's sunflowers, Yellow in the Garden and the sunflower set. So there's a mix of pages and a mix of images in in all 3 of these. All roughly the same size, but each has a slightly different look. All measure approximately the same size, so that's 8.5 tall and 6 1/4 wide. This one is slightly wider, the first one that I'll show you. This is slightly wider, I think it's about 6.5. And this one's made out of sari silk strips. Hope you can see those. All joined together. It's tied together with a little bit of sari silk as well. And then there's just a little dangle there, and that says never, never give up. And that just unclips, it's just a little bulldog clip. And then there's an image there from Artymaze kit. And then on, hopefully you can see, yeah. Then on the inside, there's fabric again, and some sari silk there on the pockets, a couple of little cards. And then this is an envelope that I've not sealed up because on the inside I've attached some little scraps of fabric, paper even, so that there's extra journaling space there that you can tie up. The kit from Artymaze, it's a lovely kit, the sunflower one. I would really recommend anybody using it. The colours in it are beautiful. So there's a little bit of decoupage there of the. I printed out some of her sunflowers and onto tissue paper and decoupaged them on. And then this one is from Last Stash. This is one of the pages from Artymaze, and I've done it on tracing paper. One of the bookmark tags there in the style of Mrs Cog. It's got butterfly on it and some flowers. Some light stenciling there as well. Book page. This is in the style of Tracie Fox and Wendy's Journal Adventures, different envelopes, but actually I used paper, I didn't use envelopes. So it flips that way, so this one has a little pocket just there. There's a pocket there at the top, and then there's a pocket in there, and then that flips out that way, and so there's another little card tucked in there as well. And that folds flat, and then on the other side there's a journaling pocket just here, and the card's in one of the other journals. I'll find it in a moment. So there's a tuck spot just there, and there's also a tuck spot here. Sorry, I've been swapping all the journal cards around. This I was inspired by Gina from Firefly Studios. So that's a piece of baking parchment, and it has a napkin sandwiched in between there and a little pocket. Another of the pages from the kit just there. And then this is an altered envelope. So that comes out there. So it's got a window there, and there's a card that does come out. Honestly, it does come out. Yep. There's a card in there, so you can see through the window, and then there's a card up there. I can't remember who I saw do that. It could also have been from Gina, but I've been using envelopes and altering them as well, so they're just so useful, aren't they? And my mother's been saving them for me, so I've got to use them. Image there of some sunflowers, and again a napkin that I had of a sunflower that I've decoupaged on there. Journaling card there. And they're all backed in coffee dyed paper. Butterfly. Little top tuck there. Some of the fabric tabs on the side, and then that opens up wide there. Sorry, see it? And then the double pockets there, and both have cards in them that come out. Of course they come out, silly girl. This is an altered envelope as well. I really like doing these. So this is a card from a gardening book that I had. And that says August there. And then this doily here is from Living Life Creatively. That's Bonnie. So I used her napkins to decorate the window envelopes. And you can see through the window envelope just there. Onto the page, and then there's writing space here. More butterflies. That's a copy of a vintage book page. I think that's from the old design shop. Bag in there, and then in there's a little mason jar that you can journal on, and then there's just a little booklet, the paper, so you can journal on that. There's a belly band there, and then this is one of the envelopes that I made following Artymaze's tutorial, or craft with me. Some paper in there. I love that page. I think that one's my favourite out of the kit. And then the centre I left plain. Well, when I say I left plain, I used the sheet there from the kit, and I didn't want to add anything to it, is what I mean, because I just love that page. And then there's a couple of buttons there on the tie. There's that card that goes in the other slot, so I'll put that in. So journaling card there. I knew the card was hiding somewhere. Lots of room to journal in this one. And as I say, there are at least 80 pages front or back. So there's a little seed envelope or coin envelope there. And then this is just one of the double tags from Artymaze. And then I've just put some journaling paper on the inside. There's a journaling card just there. That's one of the images from Mrs Cog's. I think that's Yellow in the Garden. And then the back of the altered envelope, and there's some journaling space in there. And then this is the back of the printable from Living Life Creatively. And there's just a little poem there from Edith Holden. That says Flowers to Grow. There's a little tuck spot just there, and again, image there from Mrs Cog. I think that's the Yellow in the Garden. Book page that folds out. A little fabric flip just there. And again, the image from Mrs Cog's. I'm sure it's Yellow in the Garden, that one. And then this is the large tags from Artymaze, and I've joined two together just to put over the page there, so you can journal on that extra space as well. There's a little butterfly there. Again, the altered napkin that's between the baking paper just there, and then a tuck spot just there. That's again from the gardening book that I had. And then this flips out, so that's an envelope that I've made, so that flips out, and it's got a couple of tuck spots there. I'll put those back later, and it flips out for extra journaling space. Then I watched Jessica Rapp, 2 Silver Oranges, is it? And so that's tracing paper there, so she cut a square in her envelope. This is actually a piece of card that I had. One of the images there from Mrs Cog's, look, isn't that lovely? That just fits in there. And then there's journaling space on the back as well. And again, the tracing paper, that page. And then the Tim Holtz file there with some little cards in. These are from Artymaze. And then that opens up and there's some extra journaling space under there. And a card at the back. It fits in there. And just a little cluster there. And then in the back there's a piece of paper there that you can, extra writing space with some sunflowers on that I've included. And then this is the envelope from the kit, and I've added some stamps onto that, some ruffle and a quote about gardens. And there's just a little collage space there, and again some yellow paper. So that is the Sari Silk journal, and as I say, there's at least 80 pages front and back in that. This next one is held together, same size, a good 80 pages, 8.5 by 6 1/4, held together with some stretchy elastic. And this one is made with some sunflower fabric, with a ruffle on the front, some vintage buttons there, and I had a necklace with these that I found in a charity shop, or that were found for me. So I've just clipped that on there, so it does unclip. Bobble trim. I was going to put bobble trim on all of them, but I did stop myself. So in here, some similar elements, so there's a little tuck spot on that one. Then a journaling card. Another of those from my garden book, and then some more of the sunflower paper. So lots and lots of room to journal, and then there's a crocheted pocket on there, some nice yellow fabric. So the same kits again, Artymaze's sunflower kit. So you will see the same tags and things in here. This time I photocopied this page onto the vellum. Another of the bookmark tags. And again, Gina's, I only had 2 of these napkins, so there's only 2 journals that have that in. And again, the double tag from Artymaze, and that's just some journaling space there. Again, the belly band and the envelope that I made. I actually printed one of Artymaze's pages onto tissue paper and used that. So you don't have to have a napkin. And again, on just there. Another of the paper pockets with a coin envelope, and this one has ruffle trim down it. The page opens out, and again that side. Large journaling card in there. And again, the window envelope that's been altered, so yellow in the garden from Mrs Cog's, and a little pocket here. And you can see the window envelope, and again, Bonnie's digital there. Oops. So that opens up with some journaling space just there. And that has the pom-pom trim on the bottom as well, look, on that pocket. Again, the in the style of Wendy and Tracie, so it flips that way, and it has a card in. It flips that way. There's a little tuck spot just there. And then at the top there's a journaling card as well. And then here on the back, some more bobble trim, and that's an Edith Holden page. And then there's a little tuck spot just here with a couple of little cards in. That's a page of Artymaze's kit that I shrank down. Some light stenciling, and a pocket there, and a large journaling card. And again, the altered envelope, so you can write on the back of it, and then there's a tag that comes out just there. There's the tag that comes out there, and Gertie's sunflower, and that's from this Gertie's sunflower set from Mrs Cog. And that just clips on there. Some more trim. The book page. the envelope again that flips the other way. So it flips out that way. So there's one of these in each of the journals, but all slightly different, again from Gertie Sunflower Set. A bit of rough there. I love that furry caterpillar. A little bit of the napkin on there. The decoupage napkin again. And again that page spread in the middle, and then there's some beads on the centre of that one. Again, lots of journaling space. And then I think this is from Mrs Cog's Sunflower Set. She looks so peaceful. Some more ruffle. That one has a large journaling card in. So you can see there's similar cards in each of them. This is, I think, do you call it a ghost pocket? So that image is behind there as well, but I printed it twice and made it into a pocket there. So it fits in there. Fabric flip again. And again, the double pockets from the Artymaze set. So same pages, same kits used, but all three journals I think do have a different feel. Again, the back of the envelope. And then this is the Bonnie's napkin there, and a journaling card from Edith Holden. The sunflowers and tuck spot just there. And then this page again flips out, and obviously it goes the other way as well. I didn't have the heart to cut those pages down, the images were so beautiful. Again, the back of the pocket. So in there is some extra journaling space. And there's extra journaling space there as well. And sunflowers on there. And the back of the napkin, doily, and that image from Yellow in the Garden from Mrs Cog. And then again, the Jessica Rapp style. In there. And again at the back, the Tim Holtz file. Tips in there. Journaling space just there. And a piece of Edith Holden tucked in the back there. And then in the back there's extra journaling space in here, the same as the other one. That just opens out so that there's more room to write. And then again, one of the envelopes that aren't sealed. And there's just extra journaling space in there. So 2 down, and if I'm quick, we can do the final one. So this one, again, same kits used, sari silk closure, same size, 8.5 tall by about 6.25. This one is made of, this is a piece of silk fabric. I don't know if you can see, it has a shine to it. I don't know if you call it dupion, I'm not sure. Again, the little tag that you can take off there. Image there of the sunflower from Artymaze and some little beads there, but unclips. Then on the inside, I printed a couple of the coin envelopes onto vellum. Again, one of the cards from my garden book, and again one of the envelopes. Oops. With the extra journaling space in. Same pages, again, but different orders. Love that image from Mrs Cog. I think that's the Yellow in the Garden one. That little girl is just adorable. I'm just peeking over there. Again, the image there, that's from Gertie's sunflowers, as is that, so some extra journaling space there and on the back as well. This time different page in vellum. This one is the same take on the envelope from Tracie and Wendy, so there's a tuck spot just there, some journaling space there. That's I think it's Summer from Mrs Cog's kit. Is it Alphonse Moocher? Tag in the back, and that flips over, so there's a tuck spot just there, and there's also a tuck spot just there. So each of these journals has this in, but they're all slightly different. Again, I think that's from Gertie. The tuck spot, the page that flips out. This one has a glassine bag in and some extra journaling space, the same, so that opens down. So all three have that in. Decoupaged sunflower on there. Butterflies. Some extra journaling space there. Love that page as well. Again, the bookmark tag. Little journaling card in the back there. Hopefully you can still see. Fabric flip just there. Again, the window envelope, so journaling card there, page out, a little snip out of Edith Holden. You can see through the page there. Oh, and again, Living Life Creatively, Bonnie. I'll put the link down below. Journaling space, I love that one as well. The double pockets. Some lace on there. That page flips that way. And this one in the middle has a little tuck spot just there. That's from Edith Holden. And just some yellow writing paper tucked in just there. Again, the page that I've shrunk down from Artymaze kit there. And this page is one of Artymaze's collage papers. And then in the middle of that, there's a couple of beads, yellow and green. That's the mason jar. Journaling card just there. And again, the ghost pocket. If it's not a ghost pocket, somebody tell me what it's called. I'm sure you will. Little tuck spot just there. Back of the envelope. And that says Yellow in the Garden, so that was the kit. And that's what that's from. Extra journaling space there. And again, the vintage linen copy there from Bonnie. Tag in there. And the envelope that's been stitched on so that it flips. So journaling space there. I've made a altered paper clip just there with a butterfly on. That holds the card on the front, so you could journal on that space if you wanted to. And there's a journaling card in there as well. And then that just clips on there. Tuck spot just there, card in. The back of the glassine bag, and that again has the double tag, and again there's some journaling space in there, some snips of fabric, paper even that I had left over. Pull out page, the belly band, and again one of the envelopes that I made, and some yellow paper in there. So similar elements in all three. differently put together. Again, the envelope, so there's the, excuse me, reaching, tuck spot just there with a card in through the window, another one just there, and then journaling space on the back as well. And then again the Tim Holtz with the cards in, and then this one has a pull down extra writing space and a I don't know what you call them, a little cluster, how about that, with some little sunflowers on, and a journaling card there. And then in the back, another of the coin envelopes there, journaling card, another of the coin envelopes on tracing paper, and one of the large tags. So that is my 3 sunflower journals. So I do hope that you enjoyed them. If you have any questions at all, then please do ask me below and I will be more than happy to answer you. And I'd like to thank you very, very much for coming to have a look. Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.